Welcome to the Dance Studio Empire podcast, a mix of business strategies, simple tips for studio growth and success, with a touch of inspiration, motivation, plus raw and honest conversations to ensure you are building your studio empire. I'm your host, Jen Dalton, studio owner for 30 years, dance business coach, and the author of the book, Teaching Dance Beyond the Steps. My business philosophy is creativity is our superpower, and I believe we all have the means and ability to infiltrate this into our studio. Just sometimes we can get too busy, distracted, or overwhelmed to see that. So that is exactly why I am here to help you. So if you are ready to master the art of creating demand, unravel the dance of numbers in your studio, and run your business to its full potential, then you are in the right place. Okay, let's do this. Sit back and relax, and let's get ready to build your dance studio empire. Hey Dance Fam, and welcome to this week's episode of the Dance Studio Empire podcast. Now, in this episode, I'm going to be talking you through my 6-step planning process for a new year. So obviously, if you're listening in real time, that will be for 2024. As we approach the end of the year, it is just the perfect moment to reflect on the past and set our sights on the future. Now, whether you want to call them goals or intentions, or even if it just gives you a general direction, taking the time to envision where you want to go is a really powerful exercise. Now, personally, I find it beneficial to go through this process before Christmas. It just brings a sense of accomplishment, but it also allows me to truly enjoy the break between Christmas and New Year. It also sets the stage for the upcoming year, removing that need for additional tasks in January, that extra pressure that we put on ourselves when obviously dance studios are gearing up again. So it really is a bit of a mental game for me, but it works. And it works for the studio owners who I also work with as well. So of course, I'm going to share it here with you. All right, so admittedly, I've only become better at setting goals over the past couple of years. The process used to actually quite overwhelm me, but I have been working with a coach now, and she has simply simplified it so much, the process. It actually makes it not only easy, but really enjoyable as well. Now, this ritual has become an essential part of my routine. So, especially as I strive for that harmonious work-life balance. Now, on a side note, the last couple of years obviously been challenging. The chaos made it difficult for me to focus on setting those achievable and also the stretch goals, the ones that we set that are really big. And it felt like an extra burden on the to-do list, to be honest, like that mental hurdle, the exhaustion prevented me from overcoming. But this year feels different, and I hope it does for you too. So, reflecting on 2023, there have been challenges for all of us, whether it be the economical situation, finding teachers, getting on top of our finances, or simply even knowing your numbers. Despite the challenges, it now feels right to look forward, and I hope you feel the same way. So, let me walk you through my simple yet practical approach to preparing for the upcoming year, hoping that it resonates with you as well. Okay, so pens ready if possible. Number 1 is to evaluate your current studio situation. So I want you to reflect on where your studio currently is as the year concludes. So I want you then to compare those findings with the same time last year, or make notes for future evaluations. You then want to use those numbers as a springboard for growth and improvement. So, for example, this might be your current enrolled numbers. It may be your retention rate of your current students. It could be the retention rate of your teachers in the classroom. It could be the number of concert tickets sold. It could be looking at your financials and assessing your profit and loss for the year. That's a big one. It could be evaluating the success of the programs that you offer. But I do want you to remember, setbacks can be the launching pad for success. So look at these numbers. If they're not the greatest, if they're not making you smile, just look at it as an area where you can start focusing. And it might just mean you need to implement some change, and it gives you an area of focus to work on. We just don't know. If we don't look, we don't know. And if we don't know, we can't fix. So that's why we do step 1. Now, step 2 is to utilize your knowledge to plan for the future. So I want you to ask yourself if your current situation, how your studio runs, the people who are in it, your team, does it align with your goals and desires, where you see yourself going? And then I want you then to identify areas where you could run things more efficiently. So what you want to be doing is assessing if changes are needed in different areas of your business. So look at where and what is costing you money, where's costing you time, or are there things that you are not using to your fullest potential? Now, this could even be your teachers. Like, do you have teachers that there's more potential to utilize them in your business to help with growth? So this is the part where you just need to assess, and then that moves us on to step 3, which is where we want to make lists of changes and implementations. So then here, step 3, list the things that you'd like to see changed then now based on the evaluation that you've just done. Then you want to create a separate list for the things that you would like to implement moving forward. And now this, obviously the list could be endless with this, but things like maybe you want to change your enrollment process. Maybe it's new marketing strategies you want to try, innovative teaching methods, or maybe it's some financial adjustments that you might want to look into. So a lot of my studio owners that I am working with at the moment, a big focus has been on financials and getting ahead and understanding the numbers and really making it work. It is such a shift in mindset working with these studio owners, and I love it. And we're starting to see it all come together. But that's been a big thing for them. Maybe it's for you as well. Also, remember, this podcast has been strategically placed here at this time because with practice, this process becomes more intuitive and efficient. And in future episodes, I'll go a lot deeper into setting specific goals and different planning strategies as well. So just stay tuned for that. Number 4 is digging deeper into your vision. Okay, so now you have a comprehensive understanding of your students' current status. It's time now to dive deeper into your vision for the future. So again, ask yourself, is your current path aligning with what you really want? Explore areas where you can enhance efficiency and effectiveness. So just have a look. Where can you do better? And consider if there are any new avenues or services or offers you'd like to explore within your dance studio. So for instance, are there additional classes you could introduce? Different dance styles for different ages? Can you optimize your timetable to accommodate your students better without compromising quality? Are there partnerships or collaborations that you'd like to explore for mutual benefits? The list is long here, but yeah, there's a start for you to start thinking about anyway. Okay, number 5, setting specific goals. Okay, when you have a clear vision, now's the time to start setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based goals. Now, you've probably heard of this before. They're SMART goals, SMART. This is not a new concept. I'm sure you've heard of it. You've probably tried to work through it before. But that's the idea of making these goals achievable. You want to break them down into smaller, actionable steps just to make sure that they happen. Now, prioritize your goals based on their impact and their feasibility. So you want to be working on the things that are going to get you results fastest. So whether that's increasing your revenue, whether that's increasing your studio numbers, whether it's growing your team, you need to do those things first. And then we work on those bigger projects behind the scenes. So it's hard sometimes, and it's hard to differentiate what's important. A lot of times we tend to do what we want to do as opposed to what we should be doing and what we need to be doing in the best interest of our business. So do keep that in mind. Now, some examples of this might be, again, very specific, increasing enrollments by 15% within the first quarter of your year. So see how that's very specific, it's time-based, and it's measurable. It could be enhancing your teacher-student communication through regular feedback sessions each term. It could be launching a new dance program targeting a specific demographic by term 1 of 2024. Okay. Now, moving on to step 6, this is the last one, and it's about creating an action plan. So once you have your goals outlined, create a detailed action plan. You want to identify the resources that is required then for each goal. So how are you actually going to do it? How is it going to become something that happens? This may be that you need to delegate tasks to appropriate team members. It may be that you need to get assistance. It may mean that you need a different app or a different program to make these things happen. It may mean that you need a coach to help you keep moving forward. But when you're doing this, I just want to give you a few tips as you work through this whole process. First thing is try and utilize technology to streamline administrative tasks the best you can. Now, I am still all for pen and paper. I still love it. I still think it's good, but it's not the smartest move moving forward. Things are happening so fast. We have to try and stay ahead the best we can, and we want to be utilizing our time the best way possible. Next one is to foster collaborative environments within your team. So standing strong as a team is huge for your business. Next thing is continue to reflect on your progress and regularly revisit your goals and assess your progress. Really important that we do that. Honestly, I'm not very good at doing that. I have to work on that to be better, just continually reflecting on it, going back and seeing, this is what I set, how am I actually going? But then also we need to be celebrating the small victories and learn from any setbacks that come from it, which is totally how we fail forward, right? I've spoken about that before. And the other thing is just to continually adjust your strategies as needed. Just because something happens or you make a decision and you're moving forward, if it's not working, it's not working. So it might be time to just reevaluate. Anyway, don't get stuck in that because it's like, this is what I said. I have to keep going. It doesn't have to be that way at all. Remember, flexibility is the key to an ever-evolving dance studio landscape, and continuous improvement's a journey, not a destination. I know that sounds so cliche, that whole journey thing, but it is true. We have to enjoy each step. But it is a whole lot harder if you're going it alone. Why? Because as dance studio owners, going solo is not the path to success. I have spoken about this. We need a support system, encouragement, and a network of people who truly understand and who can keep us motivated and inspired. Now, on last week's episode, I shared an exciting announcement coming in 2024 for over the past 12 months, I've been running a mastermind for dance studio owners. Now, a mastermind, for those who aren't sure, is a creative collective of studio owners with shared goals where we meet regularly, both one-on-one and as a group, and we strategize growth, we share insights, and evaluate both business and artistic pursuits. It is the ultimate accelerator for dance studio success in a supportive and collaborative environment. And in March 2024, if you missed it last week, the mastermind's evolving into a new program called Dance Studio Scaled. And this promises to be grander and more impactful than ever before. I'm really excited. Anyway, already this week, I've had inspiring conversations with dedicated studio owners who just want specific input and a specific strategy for their studio and their situation. And that's what this group is all about. It's about accountability, and it's just ways to take your studio to the next level that is not cookie cutter. It is specifically for you. And the first lot of planning sessions are starting next week because we have people joining already, which is really, really exciting. Now, I also mentioned last week that if you join now, you will get a bonus 3 months free coaching before the official start and the first payment is taken, because we're starting in March, but doors are open now. So if this sounds like something that may interest you, or you know that you totally need this in your life right now, then I just encourage you to send me a DM on Instagram and we'll get talking. Now, there are only limited spaces available. This is because I want to ensure that each member gets 100% commitment from me. You can look at me as your business partner, right? I just step into your business. I help you make decisions. We come up with fresh ideas and strategies together. Plus, I keep you accountable and ensure that you get the things done, like in the planning that I just spoke about. Now, there's also area restrictions. So this is something new that I'm bringing in. So if you're in the mastermind, then your closest competition isn't. And with what you are going to learn and take away from the mastermind is going to take you ahead of your competition. So you want to be in and you want to block them out. Okay, alrighty. So already there's 70% of current members who are continuing on. So into May in the 2024 round, which I think is actually a testament to the results and the experiences that they've had over the past 12 months. So if that's anything to go by, it's worth a conversation. Now, if that is something that feels right for you at the moment, you want to know more, then let's just simply chat. As I said, send me a DM on Instagram and we can book in a time that suits. Okay, as we wrap up today's episode, just keep in mind that preparing for the new year involves not just setting goals, but understanding the current state of your dance studio. It involves envisioning your future and creating a roadmap or a strategy that's going to get you there. And if you want support in achieving it, let's connect. All right, Dance Fam, until next week, have a good one. And that's a wrap for this week's episode. I'm so grateful to have you listen each week. If you found today's episode valuable, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could take a moment to rate, 5 stars of course, and leave a review on your preferred podcast platform. Your feedback empowers me to keep delivering insightful content. To ensure you never miss an episode, hit that subscribe button and be sure to follow me on Instagram @_JenDalton_ and join our private Facebook group, Dance Studio Empire. Until next time, keep dancing, keep thriving, and keep building your dance studio empire.